Hello, welcome to my channel Crafty Fox DIYs. In this video, I'm going to share with you a cute little birdhouse that I made for my garden. It has a hanging sign and a planter at the bottom. Okay, let's get started. Okay, you can see here I have this little birdhouse built onto this. From this place where we get lots of scrap wood, they already had, it was like a little frame, the part that goes across and then the board that goes up that the house is built onto. And then the bottom part, it wasn't the rectangle box that I built on there. It was just a board going across the bottom. And now you see here that I painted it. I just used regular house paint for it. The gray is a charcoal gray, and then the green is an English apple green. And I just gave this, it took a couple coats with the green, but the gray just took one coat, but I went ahead and put two on the planter box just because it's going to be getting wet sitting there with the dirt in it. I know I had this piece of wood here. I'm not sure what it came from, but I like the shape of it for my sign. And this paint that I'm showing you is from Fantastory. I've never used this paint before, but I can tell you after having used it that it is thick, it covered very well, and I'm anticipating that it is going to hold up. It's also made to be used outside. So I'm going to be testing all that out to see how good it is. I ordered it from Temu, or it's through Temu, but it came directly from the Fantastory factory. And then I have those stencils there. I can't remember for sure where I got those, but I think that I ordered those from Temu as well. The paint colors that I'm using are titanium white, mid yellow. This color here is called Black Lamp. The white there, that's titanium white, and then mid yellow, crimson red, sap green, and then later on I'm going to remember that I needed brown for the center of my sunflowers, and that color is raw umber. So just taking my little styrofoam tray here, I'll put a little bit of paint on it, and on this piece of wood I'm going to I'm not going to give it full coverage. I'm just going to basically dry brush some white paint on because I want my stencil to pop, and having the white on there will make it stand out more. But I wanted it to still kind of have, like the rustic farmhouse kind of look to it. So that's why I just went with it this way, just kind of more distressed looking instead of, all perfect and having, the full coat of paint on there. Okay, so now I'm getting my paint ready for the stencil. I have a little truck here, and in the bed of the truck is like a big sunflower, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use another stencil that has 3 sunflowers on it. Now the color for my truck, I am using crimson red. I'm just using my stencil brush to pounce up and down on the stencil to get my colors on there. And I messed up a little bit. You see where I went into the window, but we'll fix that. This is okay. Like I said, this paint is thick and it gives really nice coverage, so it wasn't very difficult to fix my mistake. I just went here in a minute, you'll see, I'll just go over the window with some black paint, but right now I'm just doing the truck body. And now I'm going to do the tires and the window with the black paint. This was called Black Lamp. I don't know why Black Lamp, but that's the color that they label it with, so that's what it is. Okay, and there's the little truck part. I'm going to take my hairdryer here and speed up the drying process, so that way I can go ahead and do the sunflower stencil. I wasn't a fan of the great big sunflower in the back of the truck, and I thought that it would look better if it looked more like it was a truckload of sunflowers instead of this abnormally large sunflower. Okay, so now I'm going to do the sunflower stencil. Just going to lay this down on here, and here's where I remember I didn't get the brown, and that once again is raw umber. So I'm just going to put some of that on my foam tray so that I will have it ready when I need it. Now I'm going to take a smaller stencil brush, and I'm going to be using the yellow. It's called mid yellow, and that's what I'm going to paint the petals of the sunflower with. So just go around and do all 3 of these flowers. And then I'm not going to use a different brush. I'm going to use the same one to do the brown for the center of the sunflowers. Now I'm doing the stems and the leaves of the sunflowers using the color sap green, and just tap that in there, making sure that I don't get paint on the truck in places where it looks odd. I did want it to have like some of the leaves coming over the bed of the truck, but I didn't want it to, look weird. So now I'm just taking this little paintbrush and filling in some of the leaves and the stems so that you can tell more of how it's joined with the sunflower. And then I'm also touching up the center of the sunflowers. Then I'm going to take my hair dryer and dry it all up real good before it is time to put the hooks in. And this is how it looks, all nice and dry. Get a nice image there. Okay, now I have these hooks. I also got these from Temu. They have like a coating on them. And I'm just going to screw these into the top of my sign. I already had it measured out and pre-marked so that way I would know where to put the hooks into my sign. Okay, now I'm going to hang this sign onto the hooks that I have already screwed into my little birdhouse here. And I also, this can be turned around so that way I can put, for a different season, like probably, Christmas or Halloween, I can put, a different image on the back. I can also make, more signs that I would be able to hang from here and be able to change it out with the seasons and the holidays. Okay, now I've put dirt into the bottom of the planter, but I'm not planting flowers in it this time. I'm putting in my little fairy and gnome houses in there. And I'm just going to decorate it up with the little houses and some other little figurines, little bird houses. And then I'm also going to be putting some fairies and some gnomes, and also, a couple little signs and a little beehive, just little things like that. And then I also have some red rocks. They're like the glass stones that you can use. They come in all sorts of colors, red, green, blue, clear ones even. But all of mine are red, and I'm just putting those in to help fill in the empty spaces on top of the dirt inside of the planter. I will probably, maybe next year, I'll put some flowers in there because I think that would be a great idea. But this year it's kind of, a little later in the season, and I didn't want to start some new flowers or anything. So I just decided that this time around I'm just going to put my little houses in there. They were needing a good home anyway. Instead of just sitting inside, I like to have them outside. And so this is how it looks now. I have drilled a hole into it. Okay, let's just take one good look at it. Okay, that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.